What is up, everybody? My name is Whooped. I'm so excited to be doing this video. We are back with Guess the MMR, where our goal is to, of course, guess their MMR and try to get within 100 points either way. This will be a live game, not a replay, and I have a very complicated method for finding games. I'm going to close my eyes and pick one randomly. If you think you can beat me and have your guess closer than mine, put it in the comments before the game ends. Don't cheat. Let's get into it. Just so happens that the first one I looked at was in round 1, so that's fantastic. We got our red player, who's Fortified Specialist, coming with sledgehammers and arc lights. See, they're running pretty good arc light bar. Ooh, they're doing damage sharing. Interesting. Okay. And our blue player is cost control. Okay. Is the hounds and the storm colors. Red player dropping some chaff, which is fantastic. All right. Delayed chaff. So he understands the concept of delayed chaff, which is great. He's not spacing it though from the end. Although that's not universal, I would say. I think it's good practice to put a little bit of a space in between, but not everybody does do that, so it's kind of hard to judge off that. The fact that he's even putting delayed chaff is actually pretty good. I'm not sure blue's formation is the absolute best. It's really difficult to judge right now. Based on round 1, I'd probably put them at somewhere around 1100 maybe. I'm not sure. But of course it's just round 1. The delayed chaff coming in and doing some work. Red's going to be able to take this round no problem. Having your chaff in the back like that in round 1 is actually really, really effective. Blue opts for redeployment. Red opts for... Red's going to go with a mobile beacon. Okay. Red opting for Sabertooth. Okay. I mean, all right, I see it. Oh, wait, he has the delayed hounds? Just so happens he put it on the right side of the mobile beacon, which is kind of funny. Okay, these delayed chaff are just going to come in and boom, take the tower. That's going to be big for red. But it's not going to be enough. See, this is why I don't like the crawler shuffle so early. Like, yeah, red's going to take the round, but I feel like if he didn't do the crawler shuffle, he would just take the round even harder. If you're going to do it, maybe wait a couple rounds just because, you know, 100 on mobile beacon plus 100 on... Well, I guess he did take it, but it's effectively 100. 100 on mobile beacon and 100 on, you know, this pack. It's also deployment really early. I feel like that could, you know, have a pretty big effect on you. So hold off like a little bit. Ooh, okay. So blue's opting for orbital bombardment, which is tremendous value for only 100, and he'll get it back around 7, I believe. Around 8. He'll get it back around 8. So red upgrading his chaff. Now, typically you wouldn't do that, but they are in the back, they're delayed, they are bringing a lot of damage. I can see upgrading them. Blue opting for AM device. Okay, this is an interesting one. Blue's trying to say, hey, red, I know you have storms, but I'm going to take the storms away, I guess. Yeah, I'm thinking probably low, if I had to guess. Really low. Blue did shield the orbital, so he like knew to shield his storm callers, which is fantastic, but I'm thinking red is losing a bit of momentum here. I think blue is just going to be a little bit too tanky. And blue's definitely going to have the round, although he had orbital bombardment, so it's tough to tell if he was going to have the round anyway, or if it was just due to orbital bombardment. I think blue's board is just a little bit better at this point. So I think he would have had the round anyway. All right, so we got a unit drop in round 4. Red takes the Farseer. See Farseer take Farseer when it's early. Yeah, that's an easy pick. Farseer is extremely overpowered early. It is absolutely one of the best drops you can possibly get. And I would say it is by far the best bridge unit in the game. Amazing at board stabilization. So early on, Farseer makes absolute sense. Red opting for EMP. Now, EMP is only 100 cost, so it does make sense to do that. He's trying to turn off these missile interceptors, I'm guessing. Oh no, he got this crawler to level 3. It's very interesting. Oh, what? Blue coming out with scanning radar. Okay, that is a move and a half. That is awesome. So blue's left side doing great. His right side is going to fall a little bit, partially because of the crawler shuffle. These crawlers are going to be able to take the tower again from the back position. If I'm blue, I'm either going to upgrade this tower or try to do something about that. Because, you know, they're able to get to his back line, which is not what you want. So that's a lot of HP to get through, and the anti-missile devices are helping out a little bit. It's a lot of tempo for blue, and blue is going to take it again. I really do think blue is in the driver's seat right now. Orbital jab, very interesting. Okay. So blue is opting for orbital javelin. What is he going to jab? He's going to take out the Mustangs and the Farseer. Red is taking his time to decide, does he want heavy armor, javelin, or amplifying core? I think where blue was javelin was good. He could take out, yeah, I mean, he could take out the Arclight, the Storms, the Mustangs, and the Farseer with a well-positioned javelin. Heck, he might even be able to take out the Sledgehammers too. And then he's continuing to add, you know, Sabretooth. He has 3 blue Sabretooth, which is so much HP to get through if you're red. Red just does not have the DPS to burst down these Sabretooth. Now, he did add Scorpions, which will help a lot if they could stay alive. But blue's board is looking really, really tough to deal with right now if you're red. Now, red went with Orbital Javelin as well, but he hasn't used it yet. So red might save his Orbital, save it for next round. Oh, nope. Red is going to take out the Sabretooth and possibly... Oh, nope. He changed his mind. He's going to take out the Farseer. Is he going to get the Sabretooth? Is he going to get the Sabretooth? He did not get the Sabretooth. He took out the Farseer. He missed the Sabretooth. That is not what you want to see if you're red. I think he ran out of time and rushed it. Oh, that is so unfortunate for red. Blue's orbital did connect. Oh, and blue is going to take this round convincingly. Red just does not have anything. Oh, red has the level 2 Scorpion. That's insane. That's going to be a lot of value, so can it do some work? Can it do some work? Going to get another shot off, but it went on a hound. Blues takes the tower. Blue's going to also take the round. I don't think it's lethal, so red will have another chance. Now, this is a crazy game. All right, blue is in absolute control. Red opting for enhancement module. Blue going for speed. I think speed really helps blue right now. I would like to see maybe clicking the speed button, paying the range tax, of course. Even barring since it's in kill shot range. Blue getting the birds. Okay, interesting. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that. I would like to see some more chaff. I think chaff would be fantastic because the only way red wins is if his Scorpions connect right now. Oh, looks like he added some more chaff, which is great. I was talking about crawlers, but that works. Red, giving his Scorpions range, adding some more Stormcallers, get an EMP on his Stormcallers. So he's really trying to take down these missile interceptors. He has AM for the Storms, EMP for the Sabretooth, EMP on his Farseer for the Sabretooth. So red is going like ton of utility, really banking on his Scorpions to pull their weight in DPS. Blue dropping down some missiles. It's going to take out the bulk of red's army. Nope. Bulk has a ton of AM. Oh, hey. Looks like blue is going to be able to take this game. All right, so we have to lock in our final guess. I'm going to lock in 8 800. So we're guessing the blue player. So I'm guessing 850. 850 final answer. 1326? What? Are you crazy? I said 850. It was 1326. I am so sorry to whoever this is. That is another loss for me. I'm guessing everybody in the comments is going to beat me. Oh man, I am so bad at this. So we are back with game number 2. Our boy in the red cam is Sabertooth Specialist with the Mustangs and Hounds, and our boy Blue, see if luck is on his side, it's Training Specialist with the Storms and the Hounds. Now red, okay, red is coming out with the Mustangs. They're not symmetrical, but that's okay. So red is going to play a standard Mustang opener. Very interesting as Sabertooth Specialist. You don't typically see Mustangs used in standard to this capacity early. It is common to have Mustangs in the corner, but usually that's in response to like wasps or wasp protection. Not something that happens a little bit later. But red don't care. He's going with the Mustangs as Sabertooth spec in standard. I like his style. Blue dropping some crawlers. Have to respect that. Red seems like a very nice guy, coming in with a good luck, have fun in chat, followed by a waving emote. Really loading up this left side. Uses a training spec on the Hound. He has a Hound protecting the tower, which is good for him. So based on these formations, I really have no idea. They could be high level or low level. I feel like red's formation was maybe a little bit lower. Not entirely sure. Looks like blue will be able to take this though. The storms are going to be a little bit too much for red to handle. Man, I can't believe I was like 500 off on the last one. I'm so terrible at this. Realistically, I should have been like 300 to 200 off because I did think it was like 11 or 1,000, but I said 850, so I'm terrible. Ooh, laser sights coming in for blue. He's going to give it to one of his Mustangs, which is very good for him. And then red actually skipped. Excuse me. Oh, hold on. That's reverse. Blue took the laser sights and red skipped. Wait, hold on. Okay, so I'm thinking red is... Oh, yeah. He didn't take laser sights for Mustangs? Okay, that immediately drops him. Immediately eliminates any high level move. That immediately for me eliminates anything over like 1400. I was gonna say 1300, but the last people were 1300, so I'm just gonna say that eliminates 1400. So you would think, all right, laser sight should go on the Mustangs, right? Is that who he's gonna give laser sights to and use intensive training on? Man, I can't believe red skipped laser sights for Mustangs. That is crazy to me. And his crawlers are so, like, they're so far away from their Mustangs. They're all in the same line. All right, I'm thinking this looks like a 900, 600, 700 board for me. But blue's board actually, and we're judging blue. So we're judging blue officially. Blue's board actually looks somewhat decent. Like, yeah, there may be a couple mistakes, but it's not like he does have the hounds right next to each other, and he has the two crawlers kind of right next to each other, and I don't know. Blue's board isn't the best, but it's also not the worst. And red does have chaff at least. Like, he's building chaff. I'm still, if I had to guess, I would say like 700 though, right now. But then again, last people were 13 plus, so I could be way, way off. And I probably am. I'm pretty sure I haven't gotten a single guess to MMR right in every single episode I've done. Not a single time have I gotten it right. So I am uniquely terrible at this. I don't know if it's because my expectations are higher, or I just don't have experience watching, you know, the different denominations, I guess. All right, so we got Typhoon for red, which is pretty interesting given that he has Mustangs. Blue, taking his time to think about it, ends up going with Arc Lights. He's like, hey, I don't need my hounds to do chaff clear. I want my Arc Lights to do chaff clear too. So, yep, we got that from blue. It's like, who needs level 3 raise with armor enhancement that red literally couldn't kill? We don't need that. We're gonna go with shaft clear. Oh, he's dropping down some Phoenix. Okay, so he has the Mustangs, the Phoenix, the Hounds, the Arclights, the Storms. I feel like blue is kind of a battle of a couple different boards. Does he want to play standard? Does he want to play aggressive? Is he trying to play defensive? I don't know. His board seems a little all over the place right now. And red's board is looking better just because he has a lot of it. It just might be a little bit overwhelming for blue to deal with. I do think blue... this is a tough one. Wait, what? He gave it to his Arclight. And he gave laser size to a Stormcaller? Oh, no. Oh, jeez. This is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna say... Yeah, this is in like the 700 range. It has to be. I'd be so surprised if it was 4 digits. Like, I just don't think this is a 1,000 game. Yeah, blue's board is looking pretty strong right now. Red does have these Typhoons, which will be difficult to deal with. He also has the level 2 Mustangs on the side, which are going to be difficult to deal with. How soon can he take the tower? That is a question. Will Red have anything left when he takes the tower? He does have the Typhoon left, which will get a lot of work done on these Phoenix. Can it take out the Arclight? It cannot. Blue will clean up with this level 3 Arclight. It actually did 23,000 damage. Put in a lot of work. Right now, it's anybody's ball game. Red opting for a Missile Strike, which I can see. Missile Strike or Underground Threat. Probably what you'd want. Blue is going to take out Red's level 2 Mustangs, which is great if he connects. It's going to get some of these crawlers as well, so that's fantastically placed by blue. If you're red, you should know where the target is. Probably put a shield there, just because it's not only your level 2 Mustangs, but it's also going to be your crawlers. So I think that would be a good shield to do, even if you shielded both these Mustangs. If you're blue, I'm thinking maybe he hits... He just has too many targets he can't really protect. He has the birds, he has the Mustangs over here as well. A lot of targets you can't really protect, so maybe you just eat it if you're blue. But for red, I think you protect these two for sure. Alright, looks like both of them get their hits off successfully. Red is coming in with a lot of Mustangs. These Typhoons are doing a ton of work with chaff clear. That's fantastic for red. But it looks like with blue having that Missile Strike connect on the right side, blue's actually going to take the right side. Even though his Mustangs are not ranged and red's are, blue will still take that right side because of the Missile Strike. And the Phoenix coming in with the tower timing, the Phoenix will actually stand a chance against these Mustangs. They were going to go down. That tower timing proving too much to overcome for red. And blue will take that round. Alright, EMP. Very nice. EMP for both gentlemen. Looks like red has 3 upgrades on the Mustangs, which are going to be pretty big. Right now, there's... Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. What? When did blue get charge shot on his Arclights? That is crazy. Why didn't he go for range? If red added more crawlers and clicked the loose formation, blue would be in a ton of trouble right now. Right now, I'd have to give it to red. I think charge shot and range on his Arclights are just a lot of supplies to be investing in these. He has 3 of them, but essentially 2 units. And he's not leveling his hounds. And he has untech birds. His Mustangs don't have range. So I'd definitely give it to red at this point. Red just has range and AP bullets. So that's very interesting. Honestly, I'd like to see the range tax being paid. I think that would help red a lot. But I think red's going to be able to take this round no problem anyway. Charge shot. Oh, the tower gets taken for blue at a fantastic time for red, leaving his Sabertooth alive and well. The charge shot was not able to finish it off because of the tower timing. Red will take that round pretty convincingly. I mean, if you're blue, you got to be thinking the level 3 Wraith, right? You get the Wraith, you get armor enhancement, and all of a sudden red can't do anything. That could buy you at least a round. Instead, blue opts for the marksman. Now, he could have been thinking, you know, that red's going to take the marksman, which is a good choice because that kind of rounds out his board. Red is a lot less susceptible to something like a Wraith with armor enhancement because of the marksman, so I think it's a fantastic pickup on his part. Blue dropping a Vulcan and immediately giving it range. Running armor enhancement Vulcan, Scorch, Sticky Oil Bomb. You don't often see this bar. In fact, I don't know if I've ever seen that bar. It can put in some work. Scorch and range obviously are very solid pairs. Sticky Oil Bomb's essentially like, it's just a Temu version of Incendiary Bomb. On red, level 3 Mustangs. All the other ones are level 2. That is so much value in the Mustangs, but it's going to be met with this Vulcan that has range. Blue did borrow. So can these Mustangs burst down this Vulcan in time? They can. It's going to be way too much. This marksman put in 15,000 damage. Blue has another Vulcan on the left side. It is doing some work, but again, the tower timing is proving to be... The Arclights weren't able to burst down the marksman, and red will take this round again. So blue's tower is really letting them down right now. I think it's a pretty good decision, though, to go on the Vulcan, recognizing that red has so many Mustangs. So don't fault them for that at all. I think if you're going to put down some Vulcans, you probably want to put down oil, too, to catch them off guard. All right, red targeting these Stormcallers, but blue, he is going to bubble it. Both players opting for acid, which is pretty interesting. It's not something you see all the time. They don't really have that many tanky units. Red is putting a greedy acid on blue. That's actually going to land because blue's not going to shield it. This level 3 Typhoon will be a pain in the butt for blue to deal with. He's going to have to hope that his Scorpion connects or his level 4 Arclight. If it connects, it also will be able to do a lot of damage. It is going to act as a tank of sorts for these Mustangs. So the question is, can these Mustangs deal enough damage behind the Typhoons when they melt the Scorpion, for example? Vulcan sitting in acid, but the acid lands for blue. Is going to get a lot of value out of it with the Vulcan. The Vulcan are going to take everything down so fast because of it. Ooh, that Saber just absolutely got melted. Looks like blue is stabilizing a little bit. The right side tower will go down, but I think blue is going to have enough to actually take this round. Really depends. How much damage can this Vulcan do against these Mustangs? The answer is a ton, but it won't be enough. Red will still lose. Blue takes the round. There's a sneaky Arclight hidden there. Blue will win by 100. Bear like really wants these players to take Phantom Rays at Wraith. And red takes the Phantom Ray at a cost of 200. Although all of them cost a lot, so that's very interesting. 2 level 3 Phantom Rays coming in for red. And 2 Overlords drop for blue. Now, red has a ton of Mustangs, so I'm not sure Overlords are the best option. I think these high-level Mustangs will just absolutely eat the Overlords, and he puts range into them. Oof, I don't know if that is the call, but red actually getting a pretty formidable board going. He has a Sabertooth Mustang combo, which is actually pretty good. It is pretty tough to deal with, as we've seen. Blue, kind of a smorgasbord of units. He has the Overlords. Blue has the Overlords, the Scorpion, the Stormcallers, the Vulcan, the Charge Shot Arclights, Mustangs, you know, the Phoenix, now the Hounds. Kind of just has a spaghetti strategy, just throwing something on the wall, see if it sticks. I'd say red is a little bit more mainstream. Red has a little bit more of a narrow vision on his win condition. It's like, we're going to win it through Sabertooth and Mustangs, you know, and I respect him for that. He's using the Typhoon as a mercenary unit of sorts. And, yeah. Let's see if it works out for red. I'd say red's probably going to win. I think I'm pretty good at deciding who's going to win the game. Like, I can judge who's going to win. I just don't know what their MMR is. So, red's MMR looks a little bit higher to me now than 700 for sure. Blue's maybe looks a little bit higher just because he knew, like, Vulcan would be a pretty good counter. And he knew he can get, like, fire systems to stop the acid. He has a little bit of knowledge on the game. Red just coming in through sweeping blue, though. Ion Blast come down for blue. Red opts for Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb, I think, is a fantastic choice. Ion Blast, I think, is a good choice as well. Blue really needs the Ion Blast to connect to have a chance at this game. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Red going for Missile Interceptor. Why? I think Red's thought is he's going to get Missile Interceptor to intercept the missiles from the Overlord. Maybe help out with the ones from the Stormcallers, but really they're not doing much damage at all. I think that is not ideal. If you really were concerned about it, just get anti-air. But honestly, just pay the range tax. You know, get to level 3 on your attack enhancement, or excuse me, level 2. And you're golden. You don't need Missile Interceptor. You don't even need AA. But if you really wanted AA, then it is what it is. I think you have to worry about putting some sort of tank in front of the Vulcan so that the Mustangs behind it can burst it down. That's really what you want. So Elite Recruiting and Sabertooth, maybe putting down a shield is something. You really want to protect your Mustangs from the Vulcan. That is your concern if you are red. Even then, I still think it's going to be way too much for blue to overcome. Red should have this. It's probably lethal, 1600 HP. I don't know, especially with Smoke Bomb landing. I just don't know if blue's going to be able to survive, although that is a really good ion for blue. The Sabres are taking the Vulcan on the left, protecting the Mustang, so that is absolutely fantastic for red. All right, my final answer, because I think this might be lethal. My final answer is, I'm going to say 1100, no, 1200 for red. 1100 for blue. 1200 for blue. 1200, final answer, lock it in. Yes, let's go. I finally got one. Let's go. That is my first ever win, 1200 on the dot. I actually thought they were a lot less, but I went higher because I'm really bad at this. My original guess was going to be somewhere around 900, but I'm like, no, I'm pretty far off. So I just raised it. I went 1200. Let's go. Right on the frickin' head. I guarantee nobody beat me that time in the comments. And if you did, that's wild. So I was only 6 away. Let's frickin' go. That was my first ever win against MMR, and I was still going to lose, but I just bumped it up because I knew I'm terrible. So that's both sad and awesome at the same time. I'll take it. If you enjoyed the content, consider liking and subscribing. Let me know what you guessed in the comments below. I'm whooped. Thanks for watching.
This is Mechabellum, and it's going down.